Okay guys, so let's look at how we do affirmations properly. Now, this is a big bugbear that I have in the self-help motivational speaker field. The affirmations generally are taught poorly. Here's the type of affirmations that a lot of people, a lot of practitioners will get you to do. I am a billionaire. I am popular and famous. Now there's a problem with these affirmations. They're bloomin' lies. And your subconscious knows they are lies. And it will actively fight them. In fact, research has found that doing affirmations such as these has actually been shown to reduce motivation and reduce self-esteem, which is the exact opposite of what they're supposed to do. Now, I'm not saying affirmations don't have their place. I believe they're very powerful. I practice them myself, but we have to do them right. So the type of affirmations that I teach is self-affirmations or principle affirmations. And this is affirming things about yourself that is actually true. You pick qualities or values that you have and you affirm them. You confirm them. You seek to express those and live those more fully and more frequently in your lives. And that is the purpose of affirmations. It's to bring these things, these qualities, these values to the forefront of your mind so that you're living these on a more consistent basis. And there's a simple formula to create affirmations of this type. PDP. So the P stands for personal. So when we use affirmations, we use the word I something, and it also has to be true about ourselves. So that's the personal part. Second part, the D, is declaration. So we make a strong declaration with our affirmations. We say, I have, I can, I attract, I create, I manifest. Whatever it is, we use a strong declaration. And then the third part, second P, is positively charged. So this is focusing our affirmations on addition, not subtraction. See, if we use an affirmation like, I will not lose my temper today, when we frame it in that subtraction form of an affirmation, then we actually focus our attention on that negativity. We focus our attention on our temper. And that's not what we want to do. We want to prime ourselves the other way. So we prime ourselves positively. So we could seek the exact same outcome, but we would say, I will remain calm today, or I seek to remain calm today. And that's something that it's true. You have the capacity within you to be calm. You can be calm. It's not saying I am a calm person if you are feeling stressed, if you're temperous. So it's not lying to yourself, but it's just affirming that you have the capacity within you to feel calm. And it's positively affirming that. It's making a declaration that I can remain calm. You might want something a little stronger, like I attract calmness into my life, I manifest calmness. Once you start to go down that route a little bit more, then that's perhaps something you can build on. But that's the basic essence. Personal, declarative, and positively charged. Now, I will start my day with affirmations and use affirmations to prime myself, prime my conscious for the values and qualities that I seek to express most during that day. But I think the real value of affirmations, or a huge value of affirmations at least, is how we can just use them at any time if we want to shift our state. So if I'm there working and something comes up, there's a setback or something ticks me off, something just hasn't gone right, and I feel my physiology and psychology begin to shift into negativity, then what I'll do, I'm quite lucky, I work from home quite a lot, and I will just go into another room and I will start screaming out affirmations. I'll be affirming values and qualities to myself, positive values, positive qualities, and I'll be raising my voice, I'll be doing all these hand gestures, I'll be pacing the room, and I will scream these affirmations out until I feel my state, my physiological and psychological state begin to shift. And now, that might sound a little crazy, but there's method in the madness, there's science behind this. When I do this, I'm taking advantage of something called the 90-second rule. Now, what is the 90-second rule? So essentially, when we have a thought, positive or negative, that thought primes the release of various chemicals, hormones, neurotransmitters to go throughout our body. Now, the levels of said chemical, hormone, neurotransmitter will stay in our bloodstream for about 90 seconds unless that thought is reinforced. Now, if that thought isn't reinforced, after 90 seconds, the related chemicals, hormones, neurotransmitters related to that thought dissipate. So, if we can cut off the thinking before it reinforces, before it pumps out a continuous stream of these chemicals, hormones, neurotransmitters, then we can nip our negative thinking and our negative state shift in the bud. And so this is the power of affirmations. And so I will use these whenever I notice myself, when I'm self-monitoring and I feel myself slipping into a negative cycle, into a negative format. And by using all these different techniques, by using our linguistic centers of the brain to form the words, by visualizing the impact of your words, seeking to manifest and attract that, by getting in some motor movements, that marching, that hand gesture, really focusing on the affirmation using all these different parts of our processing, that uses up most of our working cognitive capacity. We only have a limited amount of cognitive units, if you'd like to view it that way, in which to allocate to things. And if we fill up those cognitive units with the positivity of the affirmation, then we don't have any room left for negative thinking. And so we're able to fill that space and we're able to cut off that chain of negative thinking using these affirmations. And I'll just switch these on any time that I feel that I need to nip some negative thinking in the bud, or I'm stuck in a negative thought pattern and I need to break out of it. So I've seen myself sometimes, if I'm walking towards an important business meeting, or maybe I'm walking back from one that didn't go so well, and I'll start muttering these affirmations to myself. And you know, people will be walking past me on the street and looking at me a little funny, but man, I just pretend I'm rehearsing for a play or something. And you know, I don't even need that explanation, because who cares if I'm mumbling some affirmations to myself? Because my state, my well-being is more important than what strangers think of me. And it should be the case for you guys as well. So folks, that is how we use affirmations properly. That is how you form them, that is how you utilize them, and they are very effective at shifting your state, shifting your patterns. You see, most of the thoughts that we have in our lives are negative. About 80% of the thoughts that we think every single day are negative. So using things like affirmations primes us, and it switches around this thinking. It switches around our mindset to one that's more positively orientated. And then that, when you have a positive mindset, opens up a hell of a lot of prosperity and abundance if you choose to work for it. So folks, what was your takeaway of affirmations today? Have you been trying affirmations, but you feel like they haven't been helping you or even hindering you? Maybe you've been using them wrong. Maybe they've been reducing your motivation and self-esteem. Maybe you haven't quite been taught how to use them correctly. Try that framework, see how it works. Do some affirmations in the morning. Repeat them anytime during the day that you feel that you need that boost. And I assure you, you will start to notice your framework and your mindset begin to shift. So folks, that's all for today. Thank you very much for joining me and listening to me. Until next time, love inwardly and shine outwardly. David.